What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? 61923, it's your boy Trade Life with B-Phil. We're going to get right into it. Looking at the NASDAQ. We went ahead and pre-filled some levels because today was a slightly later day for me. But let's go ahead and look at the higher time frame. If you look at this, I mean, it's just been cruising up, right? So when we look at where we're going to run, it looks like we wicked up above this level here, and it looks like we're starting to pretty much attack all-time highs, which we saw back in 21. 2 years later, right? 2 years later, 1 year of going down, another of starting to up move, right? In 23, we're continuing up, and I fully expect us to continue up. When will we pull back? Nobody knows. But what we can do is we can get some probabilities that we are pulling back and the areas where we will pull back to. So let's go ahead and restart this. We're going to go down to the 6 hour time frame. Looks like here we moved up. We had a slight pullback, then we continued up. So I'd say, don't really like that. If you look at this area right here, it looks like that was mitigated. The only area that I kind of see is right in here, right? It opened up, it mitigated a bit, and then it took off. Then here you could see this wick potentially. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Yeah, so we come into here, came up. Right here is a nice zone. Pulled back a tad bit, moved up. This is actually a pretty good zone as well. So we can go ahead and leave these on the chart. See when price comes into them, what happens. Yeah, it's just consistent on this 2 hour. This is a great zone here. So as we continue down, so what we can do is we can go ahead and put our trusty dusty alert here. And we just wait a bit. See what happens. All right, let's go to the euro. Go ahead and remove all of these drawings. Whoa, 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 whoa. We want the indicator. All right, 4 hour. Bumps in price, bumps in price. Like a large area right there. We definitely want to refine that down. So that's a large move up. We could probably refine it down to here. It doesn't really look that clean. Went up, came down. It opened up. This closed down, right? Opened up, came up. Let's go down a little bit further. Potentially something like this. Let's go a little bit further. It looks like that's nice. Looks like that could be a nice zone. Only issue, yeah, it's 2 candles. Let's continue down and see. I mean, it's the only one at this point. It's not the cleanest in my opinion, because you see it opens up right here, comes down and opens up, and it continues up, right? But we have this little wick right here where it's, if you look, right, then it would imply that this probably would be the zone here, which is a bit larger. Right here. That would probably be what we're looking for, 15 minutes. So in that case, what we're seeing now is highs, breaking highs, sweeping all of these lows, right? So MB1, MB2, right? So at this point on the lower time frame, we're considering this a bearish push down, which is in line with what we expect, the overall bullishness of the price action. So we want to see it come down into here before we ultimately continue up. So when we look at price, We had this large wick here. Let's see if we can find any zones on a lower time frame. Yeah, so we had this large move, came down, moved over sideways, finally flowed down. And we have two potential areas that we could be looking for here. Something like that. And something where looks like we're already tapped into it like that. So we go down to a lower. It looks like we're starting to break here. Looks like we're bearish on the day. We don't have the official New York Stock Exchange open. We do have New York open as of 9 minutes ago. So we broke down. Probably something like this, right? A retest in here somewhere. Probably like this. And we'll just go ahead and put, and this is 1 minute, right? So this is super scalper, super scalp mode, you feel me? Looking for these very, very small movements. We'll put this as a 1 minute supply and wait for price to tap in and see what goes down. If it goes down, right? What goes down? What goes up must come down, as they say. So down, we had one breakup. We want to see two, but we can already anticipate. Up. We had one breakdown and we had a break up. So yeah, I'd be looking for something like this. All right, we've been moving sideways. Let's go ahead and go up to the daily real quick. Reaccumulation possibly, maybe running this low here before continuing up. But ultimately, we are very close to these all-time highs. And so I do expect gold to continue and run up. But it doesn't look super clean right now. Because if we're actually looking for a realistic reason for us to continue long, we'd have to see this do a reaccumulation model. So we up, right? We distribute, highs, breaking highs, breaking highs. Let's go ahead and draw that in there, right? Highs, breaking highs, right? And then we finally break this low, right? We broke this low here. It wicked though. So that's not very strong. So we want to see a close with a body below here. Like close with body below here. And then see something like this, right? Something like that. So this just really isn't that clean. That's why we look at the other two pairs, because quite frankly, it probably look a bit cleaner. Now we're looking at Bitcoin here, and we're still expecting it to come down into this area. We're not going to remove the drawings here. We're just going to leave them, because I think this is an accurate representation of what can and will go down ultimately. Looks like we're getting some stopping action here. We swept here. We had this zone. If you don't see it, this is what I'm talking about. Right? We had it open. It came down. Ran these lows. Now we're back in it. Don't mind this. Don't mind that. Or even this. Or even this. Alright. So if we went ahead and refined this, we probably refine it to something like this, even though it is pretty much mitigated right there. Oh, boom, drop down. Probably see it come a little bit higher, potentially. If we're looking at this 2 hour, look at the 1 hour. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and dampen this line a lot more. Yeah, let's do that. I like that type of box. It looks better. Yeah, probably something in there. Up. Looks like we had this last break up. We have something like this. Short term, it already tapped in there. Let's go to 30 minute. Yeah, it's not super clean. Like on the 30-minute, you could actually argue something low, something a bit lower here. Down to the 15. Large move up, and there's still a little gap here, so potentially something like that. And price came, moved down, moved down. This is just not very clean right now. Because ultimately what we want to see is, right, we move down, we want to see it come up back into here, but then fall off again. But in that case, we'd rather see it move all the way up and say that this probably already was a reaccumulation that we went ahead and missed. Right, lows, 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 but it's very wicky. It's not great looking price action, so we're just going to go ahead and ignore it. So let's go ahead and go to our favorite stonks. Hashtag stocks. Let's go to the daily. It's like we're starting to pull back just a bit, but I mean, if you're looking at our nice indicator here, market cipher B, which is just the MACD plus the money flow plus some bearish and bullish divergence indicators, which we're going to turn those off. And then, of course, the VWAP or weighted, the average weighted price. So the volume average weighted price. So let's go ahead and do this. Turn the VWAP off. Yeah, there's a lot of money in here right now. It looks like we're coming back. We're pulling back. We don't see a green dot, so we could see a nice little pullback. And if we're looking at that reflected in price here, we'd probably be looking for something down in here at the $116 level. Looking forward to pull back into there before ultimately continuing higher to run highs, right? And additional highs. The reason I'm putting these here is I'm going to keep looking left to know what the swing points are in the market. Those are 2 swing points. We can see something, price fall off, continue up, right? Or do something like this, then continue up. And let's go MSFT. Looks like it did actually break the all-time highs. All-time high, and it looks like there's still a lot of money left in this market. A lot of money left, but we could be seeing a small pullback here. Something very, very small, lean. Of course, this is stocks, so who knows? That is the MB there. And we want to see at least it come back and tap into the MB before continuing upwards. All right. That is going to be the conclusion of the trade ideas for 6/19/23. It's been your boy Trade Life with B-Phil. Go ahead and leave that comment. Let me know where you're at on your journey. Hit the like, dislike. Let me get some feedback there. And, of course, have a wonderful week. It's your boy B-Phil. I'm out. Peace.